Joel. I can't do that. Joel Chapman. Get in the fucking Discord call. Kaji, what are you doing over there?
Reference. But life isn't about understanding every reference. The references you do get, and what you understand about yourself, that's what makes life worth living, kid. Hi.
I love this stupid fucking show.
Hello, Ikari-san. How are you?
Kaji, get out of my office.
No. What? Oh, it's you.
You're not supposed
Okay,
to be.
I'm gonna go.
You're not supposed to be here meddling around.
I'm gonna go sleep with Misato now.
Misato.
Oh my god, absolutely, mommy.
What's up, everybody? We're back from break. It's me here, Daisy, aka Gendo Ikari, and I'm interviewing Joel with aka Joel Chapman, Joel Chapo,
AKA Shinji Chapman.
aka Shinji Chapman.
Shinji Chapman.
And in the background, you do hear the voice of Dr. Dom, aka Kaji. And we are all here. We're going to interview Joel. Joel, are you ready for a formal interview? Are you ready to be interviewed on our show? That's an interview-based show. That
I guess
also has
so.
video games and folklore.
Dom told me that you guys are gonna get me canceled. So
No, you said that first.
Yeah, that is your
I'm
own.
about to get canceled for
That
this
is your
one.
own projected anxiety that you onto this space. So if you get canceled, that's not our fault because you're the one who keeps getting worried about it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Joel,
we'll
you're so
speak no
fucking
more
fun.
of it.
Joel, you're so
Speak
fucking
no
fun.
more of it.
All right, Joel, I got a question for you right off the bat here.
Hold on. Do you want to?
Oh my god! No, I don't want to thank somebody. I mean, I do want to thank somebody, but I specifically would like Dom to thank somebody, slash the team, because you always have me do it, so I should have you do it this time.
Oh yeah. Well, I always do it because I'm trying to get you to remember.
Because you're trying to get me to remember, and I don't know what's gonna make me fucking remember. You know what I'm gonna do right now?
Daisy, it's your turn.
Sticky note. Fuck.
Thank
the sleuths.
everyone. You see me. You see Dr. Ikari over there. You see Daisy Allstone and me interviewing these guests week by week, and you might think, wow, the two of them can really write an interview question. No, we've got a team.
We got a whole ass
behind
team,
us.
people. We got a whole fucking team, people.
We got a whole ass team, and they really lift us up. And they help write these interviews. They help brainstorm and bounce questions off of us. So, Joel, if you like question, if something makes you laugh or smile and go, what? Or maybe that's Daisy thing. Don't thank us. Thank the sleuths. So, thank you to the beautiful, intrepid, and maximalist, I'm going to say this week. Folkwise interview sleuths.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Also,
Yes.
Flexitron, Joel already told the story about the time he interviewed Big V. What are you talking about? He did that an hour ago.
He already did that an hour ago.
Tier 2 subs, you know what to do.
Yeah, tier 2 subs. Get it. All right, Joel, are you ready? Are you ready to get interviewed?
I'm so ready, Daisy.
All right.
Yeah, thanks to the sleuths in advance, and I'm sure I'll be thanking you, kissing your feet virtually again.
Oh, gross.
But they're not worthy. We're not
Figuratively.
worthy. Okay, Joel, something that you talk about a lot when you talk about folklore is listening. So we are curious how listening is essential to folklore methodology for you.
Oh, it's everything. And I think it's the greatest skill that I am always striving to develop further. And, this is something that, I definitely learned at IU, but I don't think it got knocked through my skull until I came through WKU that, an interview is not necessarily a conversation. And if you want to, if you want to be a good folklorist in a lot of times, a lot of context, you need to just shut up and be there and listen. And, it took a lot of me listening back to interviews where I'm not necessarily interrupting the question. I may be saying something as simple as that, you know, and I'm like, damn, shut the hell up and just let them talk. And anyways, so yeah, listening is kind of at the core, especially as someone who's not a Kentucky native. I'm not from far away, so I get a lot of the same things. But I had a lot to learn, and when you want to get into that deeper community connection into the people you're working with, your friends, I think listening is step one, and the core of kind of my personal folklore philosophy. So I could go on, but I think that's that pretty much answers.
Yeah, you can always go on as long as you want, but
And actually,
listening is fucking cool.
We at WKU, I went here. Now I work here. So I still get to kind of hang out in all the cool events they do and whatnot. And there's our big kind of student lecture for our grad students every year is the Colin Bramham's workshop and lecture. And this year we had Maribel Alvarez come and just do an amazing job of Southwest Folklife Alliance. And that was kind of one of her main things was like, I think one of the students asked a question, how do we be there as outsiders for a community? And she was like, shut up and listen. And I was like, yeah, man, that is exactly what I've been trying to internalize, at least for the last couple of years.
Hell yeah. Yeah, listening's fucking cool. Joel, thank you for that answer.
Yeah. I think it's like, it's something that you can't, you just have to go and do and reflect on later. It's not, I don't know, at least for me, because I always want to like connect through personal anecdotes of my own. So I think that's why it's important to, you got to build rapport ahead of time. So I can, oh, hey, Dizzy just kind of made an appearance.
Let's go.
Rare Cato.
My cat's
Now he's on the filing cabinet. That's to my left. It's a wooden filing cabinet that was actually taken out of OSU back in the 90s that my aunt had.
Oh my gosh.
The OSU, I should say.
Osu.
OSU, yeah.
Osu.
Whatever. But yeah, not to get distracted, but yeah, listening. It's great. It's my favorite tool, and it's something that I, even before I was a folklorist, I've always just loved listening to people and listening to stories, whether it's through music or through actual classic storytelling modes. I think that's what attracted me to folklore, probably in the first place.
Hell yeah, you're highlighting emergence, you're highlighting interpersonal development, communication, and all of those things related to folklore and just like being a member of a community by just like listening to people. I don't know. I think a lot of people say they listen, and I always wonder.
Yeah,
it is like a special skill of folklore.
We have a lot of like kind of technical terms for it, but I think at the end of the day, you're listening, you're being a friend, and yeah, those are kind of the two that I come back to.
Speaking, that makes sense because speaking of underutilized or untapped senses in the world of like deep connections with other people, as a longtime filmmaker and folklorist, what do you think a camera can capture that participant observation cannot?
Yeah, camera. Well, I kind of, the photograph. I kind of have been leaning towards photography more than videography as of late, just because videography, it takes a lot more processing to turn it into a product, and it's also really hard on archives. So we don't have like a simple answer for how to store thousands and thousands of gigs of data. And I think in a lot of cases, an interview plus photographs takes up a lot less space, is a lot more easy to archive, and almost does the same. But if you're like lucky enough to get a gig where you can make a documentary and you can make that product, um, you know all the way. As far as how it differs from participant observation, it captures, I don't know, it captures the whole mise en scène of where the person lives, the context, the living context of where they create or where they tell stories or their beliefs live in. Um, field notes, one, it's just impossible to be that exhaustive. Even as you could be the most observant person in the world, and you're going to latch onto certain things, and you're going to miss certain other things. But the camera is kind of like similar to the mind's eye, where you're going to miss out on things of the camera as well. It's confined to a frame, and so you're only seeing what's in that frame. So in that way, it works similar, but you can get a lot more detail out of a camera, and some things on an emotional level that don't quite translate to language. But I think that both have their pluses and minuses. If that makes sense. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I don't know. As one film buff to another, I appreciate that answer.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can probably go off about that, Daisy. You have a film degree.
You say I have a film degree. You are definitely overselling my certificate of film studies, which is basically
you got some kind of piece of paper.
Well,
it's like a minor plus a class or something.
I work in the cabin, in a log cabin on campus that John Carpenter lived.
What a cool sentence. What a cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They call it the Pioneer Log Cabin. It was actually built in the 1930s. So it's not a Pioneer Log Cabin, and it's not really indicative of what Pioneer cabins were, like vernacularly, architecturally speaking. But the cool thing about it is that it was used for faculty housing, and when Howard Carpenter was the faculty of music at Bowling Green, he was living there, and so that's where John Carpenter, the movie director of Halloween, grew up.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'm going with this, but it has something to do with movies. Oh, I remember. Apparently, he came back to campus. He hates Bowling Green, and he never does anything for the university unless there's some kind of spiteful angle on it.
That's so interesting.
He gave this talk to like the film kids here, and I'm hearing this secondhand from a student who was there, and he said, someone's like, well, how do I learn how to be film? And he's like, step 1, drop out of school. Step 2, go to your local DVD store, buy all the DVDs you can. Step 3, watch the special features. There's your film school. Now go to LA.
Holy shit!
And so anyways, film certificate or not, it really comes from the practice of watching or listening in movie form, which is watching, and just doing it. So, I think a certificate can be just as powerful as, a freaking bachelor's of arts.
I suppose that's true. Maybe I'm undercutting my obsession with obscure film.
Yeah, now that's a specific experience and that you have and you can bring to the table. So you can, don't undersell yourself at all on that. That goes to all you young filmmakers out there.
Well, speaking of young filmmakers, Dom, you want to ask this next question?
Yeah, let me post it in the chat first. Boom! Watch that later.
Boom!
Hey, Joel.
Yeah.
Joel, what's up? You worked on a film called Big Bad Wrestler about Kentucky Elite Pro Wrestling, KEPW. And most people are familiar with the more like pop culture productions, such as WWE or AEW. But what does the folk life of an independent regional wrestling promotion look like?
Well, I don't have a lot to compare it to as far as larger, more mainstream productions of WWE and things that you'll see on Monday Night Raw and whatnot. I don't know what the behind the scenes of those look like. But, Big Bad Wrestle, what a great project. And just shout outs to Big D, Delaney Bowers, and Kate McElroy, who were my filmmaking partners on that project, who it was just such a joy to document, create a bond with that community, and then edit together that film. So shout outs to them. But yeah, KEPW. I mean, you know, these guys. It's and with a lot of kind of folklore in Kentucky, and I'm sure in many rural places, it's not their full time gig. They, in many cases, most cases, probably 99%. This is like they have a 9 to 5, and then they like go home and they suit up, and they go to their local VFW, where in the back room there is a rudimentary wrestling ring set up, and this ain't no cushy shit. This is like wooden boards covered with foam.
Fuck.
And they're doing like these incredibly I don't want to say intricate, but they have finesse. Like they're falling with grace, and they're punching with grace. So it's like looks like they're causing harm, but it's not. So it's like this incredible theatrical performance where you have like classic roles of hero and heel. Heel's what they call the villain and whatnot. And so people, they'll create these characters that they escape from their normal life. Sometimes they are connected to their real, person very much so. Like there's this guy in the documentary, Merle Haggard. Not Merle Haggard, he's a country singer.
Merle Haggard?
Kyle Maggard. Woo! Kyle Maggard, not Merle Haggard. Another famous country star, not a Kentuckian. Anyways, who he, his wrestler is him, Kyle Maggard, and he's like Trump and guns and all that stuff. But then you'll have heels like the Wild Man or like the Black Ninja or something like that, and it's just like this, I think in the intro shot of that film, you can see the Black Ninja, and he does like this incredible flip and tackle on another person. So yeah, and it's just it's there's a lot of layers. There's a lot going on there, but just walking into that back room in the VFW with the fluorescent lights and buzzing, and you just see these middle-aged men and occasionally women suiting up and inhabiting these new roles. It's just amazing because people driving by on the interstate have no idea what kind of strange and wonderful activities are happening in these backroom VFWs. And I mean that in a serious way possible.
That's incredible, dude.
Yeah,
it's so cool that got recognized. And Delaney's work got like an Archie Green, right?
Yeah, Delaney went on to do an Archie Green scholarship on pro wrestlers, and Archie Green is dedicated to capturing occupational folk life. And again, while they might not be their full-time job, it is kind of a side hustle, and it's an artistic one. It's expressive.
Totally.
And there's a craft to it, and it's so widespread. And it seems to be a bigger thing in the South. I mean, I remember it. I don't really remember independent wrestling rings being a thing up in northern Indiana. I don't know, Dom. Maybe did you see them in Ohio pop up?
No, I definitely saw them in Bloomington.
Yeah, I think in Bloomington, it seems like you cross that like. Not the Mason-Dixon line, but there's like 3 hours north of the Mason-Dixon line.
You know what it is?
Imaginary line.
It's that isoglossic boundary.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's that
Oh
you
my
all
God,
you
yeah.
guys line. It's the you all you guys line.
Exactly. Yeah, where the glaciers stopped, amateur wrestling starts, and then just like goes all the way down. But I didn't. It seems to be a bigger thing in Kentucky, and I know that's a huge scene in West Virginia and Tennessee as well. I've heard pretty much widespread throughout the entire South. And yeah, Delaney Bowers, she'd be able to tell you more about it. You need to get her on this stream. She'd be great.
Hook us up.
Oh my God, let's play.
Hook
let's
us
play.
up. Bee Simulator.
Delaney, play. Let's play like a wrestling game with her. Let's play like a Raw.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
something.
That'd
Yeah.
be fucking cool.
She would be great.
Yeah, to that point, Joel, I want
Yeah.
to say, like some of like the most classic, because like the WWF is or WWE at this point has like bought all the smaller promotions, you know. But like some of like the most classic clips that you see on YouTube and says WWE are like Tennessee Valley Wrestling. Like all those
Yeah.
old like Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes fights are all Tennessee Valley. No, you rooting for Ric Flair in that fight? Come on,
No,
man,
I'm just-
Dusty Rhodes, man.
Come
Hard
on,
times, Daddy. I'm gonna put you through hard times, like when the textile mill closed down, Daddy.
I am Ric Flair.
Oh my God.
Oh my
we got a real
God.
Ric Flair, Dusty
We
Rhodes
gotta-
relationship. And when the foreman come to the factory and he say, "Hey, Daddy, a computer can do your job better than you," that's hard times. That's hard times.
My mullet is almost getting to Ric Flair.
You got that? You gotta
level.
get that Ric Flair drip, baby.
Yes,
Get
that Ric Flair drip.
If I get a little trim on the top and then a red
You gotta get some
suit,
gators. You gotta get some gators. Wheeling, dealing,
Oh
jet
my
stealing,
God.
limousine riding, jet flying.
and maybe like
Son of a gun.
maybe like a healthy amount of cocaine. Yeah, I'm there.
Oh
I'm
my
Ric
God!
Hell yeah,
Flair.
With
yes.
Ric Flair, it's an
Yes.
unhealthy amount of cocaine.
Well, he's still alive, right? So.
So,
Ow.
how? A question we ask every day. How?
Yeah, how is Ric
Yeah.
Flair still alive? Woo!
But it is
Oh,
interesting the point that you bring up that like the big ones WWE Raw that it's like this it's just the tip of the iceberg and it's built
Yeah.
on this like
Yes.
way larger vernacularly grassroots driven scene of amateur wrestlers
Yeah.
across the state who are doing it for little to nothing and occasionally they become a big star. And there was a huge scene in the 80s that I'm not even familiar with, that when we were interviewing these wrestlers, they were a little bit older than me, but they would just be making these references to these wrestlers that were sometimes on Raw and stuff, but it was just like, it's just a rich history is what
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to get at. And yeah, Raw and WWE and all the others are just the tip of the iceberg.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Joel, I got another formal question for you. Then we got a bunch of funsy questions. Does that sound good?
Okay. Yeah. Hit me.
From one microbiome lover to another, what do you see in the power of raw milk and other unprocessed food ways?
Wow. Oh man. Well, I love fermentation. I think it's like literal magic. It's like
Yes.
you kind of
Yes.
it's like alchemy and magic, and I'm just amazed that like for as long of my life that I didn't understand how important bacteria are to our food systems, and especially historically to our food systems. You don't see it as much anymore. Here's Dizzy.
Yeah.
he's kinda
Cat's on
pondering
deck.
around.
Let's go. The
Um,
cat's like, what's that? What's he chatting me about? What's that over
Yeah,
there?
he's like,
oh,
shit, someone
Tommy,
say
thank
raw
you so
milk?
much. Yeah.
You say something about raw milk? All right, I'm here. My cats love that stuff. But yeah, bacteria, they're awesome, and they help us eat. They help us eat well, and they're in all kinds of foods. Basically,
Okay.
everything good is because of it's because of bacteria. Cheese, beer, wine, other liquors, bread. The list goes on. Some meats. That was how they stored meats in a lot of ways, and it seems to be a huge resurgence of fermented foods. I first got into it through like sourdough bread, but then just seeing a lot more, and Brad Leone's "It's Alive" on the Bon Appetit YouTube channel. I mean, I just binged that for hours and watch him ferment all kinds of stuff from garlic to more classical things, kimchi and kombucha and stuff like that. So yeah, the word culture, I don't know its exact etymology, but it shares that with bacteria, right? So I think there's like a real clear and overlooked connection to folklore as well, or at least helpful analogies and metaphors at the very least.
Hell yeah. You speak about language, Joel.
No, you're
Yeah.
speaking my language because culture comes from the Latin word meaning to like cultivate. I know we got other classicists in the chat. They can speak.
Right.
but-
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You guys know more about it than me, but I just think it's.
No,
Yeah,
just the
I-
etymology part, the community part of the culture dynamic here. I think you are well aware of and invested in personally.
Yeah, colere, Gustav Mahler
Yeah.
57, who I knew was in chat, who could back me up. Colere meaning cultivate. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I'll never get sick of, putting those two as parallels and using them to help
Joel?
explain each other.
Joel, we should write a paper together or something.
We
Oh,
should.
yeah.
I got some ideas because
You should write a paper together, but like give yourself 2 years because all of your like Google Doc is just going to be dirty jokes for a year, and then
Oh
you'll just
God,
write this
probably yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a slow worker.
yeah.
So yeah, only go down that road.
paper. You're
Wow.
quick with a joker to light up your phone.
Billy Joel. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let's get into it.
Let's get
Oh
into
my
the
God.
Joel.
I've got Joel. I
Billy
got
Joel
some.
here. I hope my dad is watching because, he claims he didn't name me after Billy Joel, but he's seen him like 10 times in concert. So you fucking tell me.
Do you know my hot take about Billy Joel? Joel?
Give it to me.
Piano Man, it takes place at a gay bar, and Billy Joel doesn't realize it's a gay bar.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I'm stealing that.
Tell that to your dad.
Like Paul and Davey are like boyfriends, and Billy Joel doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Hell
Lost
yeah.
in the Navy. Yeah, absolutely. I think that. Yeah. Oh, Paul at the bar is a friend of mine. He gives me my drinks for free. I mean.
Yeah. They
Come
sit at the
on.
jar. They sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, "Man, what are you doing here? Because you're the
They're like,
straightest
"You're
man on
straight."
Long Island."
That's funny, Don.
Oh my fucking God.
That's funny.
Joe, we got some
Wow.
funny questions that also happen to relate to your name, or at least our first one does.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a
Are
good
you
one.
already done with the serious questions? Because that's amazing. Because-
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you had good
Right.
answers, yeah.
We talked about Ric
We
Flair
could
for
be
a while.
Yeah, Ric Flair for a while.
Hard
All
time
right.
keeping these gators down.
Joel, you're only the second most famous Jay Chapman. The first one, of course, being Johnny Appleseed Chapman. What
That's
would be the thing that you would be the Johnny Appleseed of?
Wow. Wow. Oh, that's a great question. Johnny Appleseed was his supposed grave is in my hometown of Fort Wayne, Indiana. I don't think any archaeologists have been sent there to confirm the body, but
I need a cultural resource manager.
yeah. But I think that's best that they don't because it's kind of like more important as a object of lore in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what Johnny Appleseed walked from like Massachusetts to Indiana, planting apple seeds the whole way, and apple trees. Well, he used cuttings, as I think I've read.
Oh, cutting's
And-
interesting.
Yeah, you
Yeah, so
actually
he would,
can't.
like, he would-
You actually can't grow an apple from seed.
Really? So yeah, he used apple cuttings. I didn't know it was because of the seed thing, Daisy.
Yeah.
But I thought it was just like shit. We ain't got time. We got
We gotta pop them right in there.
colonists starving. We gotta feed them.
Basically.
Apples. So yeah, man, I don't know. I guess what do I travel around and plant? Probably just like the power of the bicycle. I have like maybe an unhealthy obsession. with
Okay.
Bicycles. Steel
Tom,
bicycles.
what
and
did I
so-
literally say?
You said the Johnny Appleseed of bicycles. That is what you said, Daisy.
I'm just like always trying to get people to ride. I just want to ride with people, and
Oh my
the more the
God.
better. When I was in high school, I've been riding ever since like second grade. I remember sitting in my second grade classroom, and I was getting a new bike from like Target or Walmart,
Uh-huh.
and it was like it was like between two, and I don't even remember which one I picked, and I was like daydreaming all day about the silver mongoose from Target, and
I love Legends of the Hidden Temple, dude.
and then I get home and it was a blue mongoose, and I was like, wait, is this the one I picked out? Anyway, so I ever since then I've just had this like, I don't know, the way they look,
Well,
everything, and then I did a critical mass high school. You guys know what that is?
I mean, I understand critical mass, but I'm not sure what you mean.
not like critical mass theory or anything, but it's basically it started in San Francisco in I think the '60s, and it's basically like where it's always the last Friday of the month, and everyone gathers at a spot with their bikes and they just ride a route. And so it's like the whole objection is to like have it be a protest against car transportation, against cars, and like a security in numbers kind of thing.
Okay.
So it's like going to this thing that I never experienced, and like riding with like 500 people down the busiest streets of Fort Wayne, the second biggest city in Indiana, and like totally taking over. It was like Bug's Life when they freaking overthrow the grasshoppers.
Oh my god!
And so anyways, ever since that was just like a moment where I was just like, okay, this is cool, and I guess I've just been working to figure out why I like it so much ever since. But yeah, bicycles, go ride them, go get one. You can find them on Craigslist for cheap, and ride them if you can. Ride them if you're in a safe environment too. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, probably like playing trumpet.
Trumpeting across
playing
the
trumpet
US.
Loudly and like somewhere between mediocre and good. Depending on the day.
Hell yeah.
Joel, I'm glad you brought up bikes because we have another bike related question for you. We want to know everything about your bike in 30 seconds.
Could I put 30 seconds on the clock for real?
Yeah, for real. 30 seconds on the clock.
I have 3 bikes.
Okay, your bike that you ride most often.
Okay.
You ready? Let me know when you're ready.
I think I'm ready.
Go.
All right, so my everyday commuter is a single-speed Bridgestone. It's an old Bridgestone Mile 112. Is my 30 seconds over?
No,
you got 20 more. You got 20 more, baby.
Oh, okay. Bridgestone. Apparently, it was like the Bridgestone that inspired Grant Peterson, founder of Rivendell. Supposedly the best steel bikes on Earth that aren't like handmade or whatever. Yeah, I love it. It's a single speed. I got 20 cogs on the back, so these hills, these hills at Kentucky, they're hard on a boy like me. But no, it's springy, quick. I love it.
Hell yeah, that was great. That was great. Very, very good.
I bought it from a guy in Columbus.
Hell yeah! Fuck yeah. The Columbus people know how to
Columbus,
bike.
Ohio or Indiana? I don't know.
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, T-Papas56, a.k.a. Bit Daddy, is saying open invitation for Joel to come ride with me at the World Naked Bike Ride. You going to go? Is that up in Chicago?
I love the World Naked Bike Ride.
Do you get arrested?
No, it's like a bunch of people. They do World Naked Bike Ride.
I don't want to go if I don't get arrested.
Well, I get that. It's understandable.
No, wait, where is that? Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
Hell yeah. I hope it's on the hottest day of the year so I get sunburn on my
Joel, I would be down. Joel, I would be down. If you drive up to Columbus and we can carpool together and bring our bikes, I would kind of be down, honestly.
Hell yeah. What kind of bike you got, Daisy?
Oh, it's a stump jumper.
Well, hold on. World Naked Bike Ride, is this in New Zealand? No way.
No, it's everywhere. No, it's Chicago. T-Papa said it's Chicago.
Oh, it's Chicago.
It's also like everywhere. Like they
got
have
a stump jumper?
Yeah, I have a vintage stump jumper. It's really cool. Yeah, it's got a bunch of it's got a bunch of
a sweet bike.
It's got a bunch of custom pieces on it though, so it's not like OG,
send me some pics.
I should send you pictures of my bike. We should talk bikes.
Let me mod it out.
Love my bike.
I'll freaking do whatever you want.
Can I
please? Oh
my
god!
Can I talk about my bike? Because my bike turned. I've had it for 10 years. I've had it for 10 years this summer.
What is it?
It's a hybrid. It's a blue Jamis. Like a mountain bike with racing tires.
Ooh.
Yeah. And did you buy it new or did you buy it used?
I bought it used, but I rode it. I commuted all through grad school with it.
I did too.
Whenever I have a meeting at Florida State, because like finding parking at Florida State is hell, like I take my bike. Yeah.
Oh my god! Can we just talk about how universities and bikes just go together so well?
Do.
Because parking is awful.
The worst, and it costs so much money.
Every university I've ever parking is just awful in general, but especially universities. Is it steel, Dom, or aluminum?
It's aluminum.
Aluminum is people give aluminum a bad rap, but I just built up an aluminum bike, and it's like smooth as butter. It's smooth as my
That's right.
steel bikes, and it's a heck of a lot lighter. But there is a certain suppleness on steel frames that is you can't replicate. But if you have good tires, if you have good handlebars, an aluminum frame could be every bit as good
Hell
as a
yeah.
steel frame.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah, but you got some good vintage steel, Daisy. That old.
Yeah, that's badass.
That specialized. That's probably Reynolds 501 tubing.
Oh, I gotta look it up.
Get better than that.
I got it secondhand when I used to live in Oregon from a guy for like, I don't know, like less than $100, and he was like, "This is like my cool buddy bike or whatever," and I've had it ever since, and I just like keep upgrading parts to it, but the frame is all original. But
Joel Chapman, we got it updated. It's apparently 6:25 in Chicago, the naked bike ride, and you are invited to crash at T Papa's 56's house if you're gonna do it.
that'll be fucking cool.
Hell yeah! I've only ridden my bike naked once, and
We gotta do it, dude. We gotta do it. We gotta like duct tape a towel to the seat and just fucking go. That's how you do it.
Absolutely. I don't know. I'm gonna have to take notes and watch others, I guess.
But
This could be
participant observation.
Yeah, this
baby.
could be part of your like planning for your Archie Green on bike people.
I'm saying, man. Like there's like so many like the community events. I don't know if I want to broaden the scope because Archie Green is like supposed to be occupational lore and stuff, but I don't know how you could talk about bicycle lore and not get into the community aspects of it either, because I mean that's part of what makes it so great. The subversion of car culture and car dependency, and two, the freaking rad people that you meet riding bikes.
Totally. All right, we've got a couple other questions for you. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Joel, you have an Instagram account called Try Anything with Joel. Will you truly try anything, and how did this get started?
Oh, this is a brainchild of my wonderful partner, Grace Waltz, who I think is watching.
Yeah, I saw Grace cameo.
We saw a little Grace cameo. What's up, Grace?
I think she was getting a beer from the fridge. We got a beer fridge.
We love this for her.
We got a beer fridge too over here.
So she that was her idea, and I was like, hell yeah, let's do it because I love eating food and whatnot. And we've been pretty inactive on it as we try to figure out what we're gonna do.
But you post the best stories.
Just
eating steak. Eating things.
I built like a bean trellis, and I was filming the whole process of it. I was like, try anything, Joel. Joel's gonna try to build a bean trellis out of this bamboo, so I really need to post that shit.
Wait, you got a bamboo-based bean trellis? Bamboo-based beans?
Sentence.
Because
bamboo bean trellis.
Because I've also got a bamboo-based bean trellis.
Band Almer song.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. I'll send you pics. Oh my god, look at this.
Send me pics.
Look at this.
This is why the two of you are fucking
This
best.
is why we hang out all the time at AFS, because we have bamboo-based bean trellises while biking and blast it out of our minds.
It sounds like you guys are trying hard not to say words that don't start with B. You're like bamboo-based bean bellas.
Spikes and bamboo and beans. Yeah, absolutely. It's like I feel like it's like a Step Brothers moment.
Literally.
That's the two of you. That's your dynamic for real.
Oh my god.
I'm not Will Ferrell. You're Will.
No. Obviously, you are John C. Reilly.
Don't post the link to the Try Anything with Joel, because I really want you to get more followers. Because it's very important.
Is that in the?
I guess I'm gonna have to start doing more on it. Yeah.
You should get more followers. You can also just search on Instagram.
But yeah, I have this whole grove of bamboo on the property that we rent. It's like we rent like these 3 acres that's like within Bowling Green city limits. And if you kind of go work through enough honeysuckle and black walnut, you find this like bamboo forest grove. And I was like just going back there with my machete, hacking those down and then connecting them with old bicycle tubes that I would cut and then make like rubber bands out of.
Joel, how the fuck do you live in Animal Crossing?
Hi, Libby! Hi, Libby! I see you joined. Libby Tucker's joined us.
Libby! Hello!
I've
Joel,
always.
There's a lot of people in chat who haven't been here for a while.
Yeah.
Shouts to all you. I'm having a lot
What
of
up, chat? What up, chat? I owe everything to you. Y'all the best.
A
Joel,
chat
wait.
to me.
Joel, wait, what do you
Chat to
do?
me.
Do you do anything with your black walnut? This is very important question. You don't do shit with it?
What should I be doing with it? Honestly,
You should be making black walnut syrup.
For real? You can do that?
You can make black. Yeah, I know a guy. Joel, I know a guy
Well,
who makes black walnut syrup, and it's really cool.
Easy do be knowing guys though.
I know a guy. I know a lot of guys who make syrups. I know a black walnut guy.
Well, Daisy, I have probably like 5 to 7 giant black walnuts on our property.
You can make walnut syrup.
I'm just
saying.
constantly worried about the jug loan and how it's hurting my garden, probably. But I try to plant things, far enough away from them. But so we got hella. I was picking them up and they were just turning my hands yellow. So I was like, fuck this.
You can make you can also. Do you save all your walnuts? You do it.
I don't save any.
What are you doing? I want to come to your house just to take all your walnuts from you.
Okay, come in the fall when they.
I will when they'll drop everywhere. Hell yeah.
There's a couple that are right above, their branches reach over this massive rundown barn that has a tin roof.
Oh my god.
Rusted.
So, exactly.
Hell yeah.
So you'll just be hanging out in bed, waiting to go to sleep, and then you'll just hear a walnut slam on the tin roof, and you're like, what the? It took a little while to get used to that. But, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Those things are heavy, and one of these days, one's going to fall on me, and, no joke, man. They weigh down branches, there's this path where we kind of drive through the yard. We have, a loop, but it's grass. In the late summer, early fall, the branches are weighed down by the walnuts so much that it's almost impassable.
Yeah.
Or without it slamming on your windshield, which I'm not trying to have a windshield cracked by a walnut. Anyways, black walnut's apparently a very valuable wood too.
It is.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
You gotta do something with that wood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joel, we got a couple other questions for you. Dom, do you want to ask the question we saved for you to ask, or do you want me to ask the next one? Okay.
I will. I think it's strangely appropriate.
Okay.
All right, Joel. What episode are you at on Eva right now? Did you finish the series?
No, I'm in. I think the middle of 19.
You're so close.
Okay. Regardless, though, you've watched most of Eva, and you came to Eva through our Weezer Eva video essay that was on the Patreon. So. Now that you know a little bit more about Neon Genesis Evangelion as a Weezer fan, how did the thesis of that video hold up?
I might have to revisit it, but I think it held up really well, especially when Shinji had that existential crisis before he totally raged out in episode 18 or 17.
18, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that,
when he's sitting on a folding chair in the void, I love that shot.
Exactly. That is just amazing, and you covered it in the Patreon exclusive, but watching it in the context, working up the 17 episodes prior, is amazing. I look at Pinkerton with a little bit of rose-colored glasses because I think I was in 6th grade, and I was Mom's what do you want for Christmas? And I was a Weezer album. Beverly Hills is a cool song.
Oh my god! And you asked for Beverly Hills, and she got you "I'm Tired of Having Sex."
yeah. So I didn't, I was just get me a Weezer album, any
awesome.
Weezer album, and she got me Pinkerton. So
hell yeah.
I think up to that point, it'd only been make believe. So what is that? 1 in 5? What are the odds?
Yeah.
Probably pretty slim. Pinkerton was probably the only one that was at Borders because nobody was buying it. I don't know. Anyways, I just played it on repeat months and months and months, and that was kind of before I had a grasp on the horrors of depression. So when I was reading about the context of the album later, I was wow, okay, I guess this makes sense. I just thought it was quirky alternative rock.
That was a quirked
really
up white boy with a
So
oh
yeah,
my God,
I would
Joel
say,
is goated with the sauce though.
Yeah, Joel's goated
I
with
would
the sauce.
say that it holds up grand because they're both like in veiled in these packages that are, pretty appealing to young adults, teenagers, whatever. But that there's something that kind of stand the test of time that you can revisit and kind of think deeper upon your own emotional development over the years. So yeah, I love that. I love that video. I love that paper, that virtual conference paper you gave it.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Daisy said this too. If all patrons, when Joel is done with watching the series Evangelion, all patrons can join us for watching the movie End of Evangelion. So if you're a patron,
make
$1 on up,
announcements.
we're gonna do an EOE stream on the Discord.
Yeah, we also have some other cool stuff coming out on Patreon too. So consider joining now, so you get the updates.
Also, the big
levels.
one. If we make $200 a month on Patreon, we're gonna do the Barbara and Paula show where our moms take over for the night.
Yeah. So that yes, literally. So that can either be 200 of you all subbing at $1 a month, or that could be however many math is hard. However many people. Yeah, like it could be
what are you waiting
825s.
for? Get on that. Give these people money.
Joel's a $5.
Joel's a $5. You get exclusive content at $5 a month.
These people doing the work, as Woody Guthrie would say, that contributes to a better world that's coming. So
Aww.
what are y'all
Thank you,
doing?
baby.
You give the government more money a year, and they ain't doing shit for you.
And maybe
give it to Folkwise.
Oh my God, Joel, that's so sweet. And to address chat, maybe Pinkerton listening party. Maybe that's like the intro, outro, or warm it up, making sure everybody arrives on time. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think while people are showing up, we'll be listening to
play
Pinkerton. Although in that
Absolutely.
video we said that End of Evangelion is green.
Yes.
So we
that's
got to
true.
do a
So
little
we
bit of
gotta
Hash
do-
Pipe and Island in the Sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Joel, I have another really important question for you, and I don't really
Alright.
know if this link is like gonna work for everybody. Because
Are you doing it on Live Reacts or are you posting it in the chat?
Oh yeah, I do have it for live reacts. What am I saying?
Do it in Live
Okay,
Reacts.
hold up.
You got to
Let me
share
just-
screen. You got to share screen on
Yeah,
Discord.
let me set this up really quick. I forgot to set
Well,
it up.
while
but
you're
I
doing
do
this,
have
can I
it.
ask a chat question, Daisy?
Yeah, you can, because the chat question
Hey
is
Joel,
very
this
good.
question is from Ethan Gill 96, and Ethan
What up,
Gill
Ethan?
96 writes, Joel, 3 exclamation points. How do you break the ice with your interviewees or people you're meeting for the first time?
Oh, wow. Okay. So generally, I try to not interview them the first time I meet them. So I'll call them.
True.
First
Underrated.
First step is calling them on the phone and establishing a little bit, and then maybe hanging out with them or doing a mock interview or something. But you don't always have that luxury as folklorists, and especially as video producers such as yourself, Ethan. So I honestly just start small. You just got to get them rolling. I always, classic, and I got this, I think from Grace, is, I just ask them what they had for breakfast. And it's so funny. People just be like, well, nothing. Or like, I had coffee and nothing else. And then they like start getting worried. I'm like, no, it's fine. It's just, it's only going to live in the archives forever, but it's fine. So anyways, I just starting off small, asking what they had for breakfast just to get the levels right. But then, I try to get their, origin story, kind of out of the way, because usually if you don't get their origin story, they're constantly going back to that to explain context to you of their life, because you might be asking about their banjo picking, but then they have to kind of go and explain why they're in this particular town where they learned banjo in the first place.
Right.
So, just being like, well, I almost like tack on to whatever the subject matter of the interview is going to be. So maybe it's like, we're going to talk today about their mandolin picking. So tell me about, how did you get started in mandolin picking, and how did you come to live here in Bowling Green? And generally I avoid double barrel questions, but just to get them starting off, something low ball, and something that where they can give me as much context as they feel is necessary in that moment. So yeah, low ball context building questions is my answer.
That's good. I like that answer a lot.
Do I need to watch the stream?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because Daisy's got a question for you.
Oh God, I didn't fucking think you guys were gonna go all Nardwar on me.
Yeah, we want. What do you think this is if not folklore Nardwar, my
Yeah,
my
what
guy?
do you think this is? This is absolutely
Doot-doot-a-loot-doot.
folklore Nardwar. Oh my god.
Oh my God.
Me
Joey
plus
Byers.
Daisy, we DBZ fusion dance into
Yeah,
Nardwar. That's what this is.
Oh
what
my-
literally what do you think we are doing here, Joel?
So, Daisy, do you have a library X screen?
In like 1 second, I do. Yes.
Let's go.
Give me just like a second here.
Oh
I'm just
my
like
God.
putting our little.
This is-
I'm
this
just, like,
is
Daisy,
it.
I'll stone the human serviette.
This is the part that's gonna get me canceled.
What? No,
Told
this
you you're
is.
gonna get canceled.
Oh my god.
For
Amazing, brother.
Amazing,
For
brother.
appropriating Japanese culture, but you know what?
No, you're
No,
doing
you're not.
as
You're
good as Tom
literally.
Cruise.
Yeah,
You're
what
doing
do
as
you?
good as Tom Cruise.
Yeah. What
Yeah,
do you mean?
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna have to cancel Tom Cruise and every other middle school
Well,
boy.
while
in
Daisy's getting this set
2008.
up, should I ask a question real quick?
I got it right here.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
God.
Hi friends. I have a short video here. I have a short video here,
Where's
and I only have one question for Joel. Joel, are you ready to hear this?
Yeah.
What's the Bushido code?
I think it's like, you don't know, you like kill yourself or something.
Well, we're gonna watch this, and you're
Oh
gonna
my
need to
God.
explain
Oh
this
my
video
God.
to us.
That's like saying what is knighthood? You're like, I don't know, pillaging.
Akio! Akio!
A jade box in the temple of Hiroshima! Must take this down. Take it. Surpass my deeds.
That's
Like
my
that
deeds.
In the Hall of Dreams!
I'm in Jade Box chat.
It's burning.
All right. Notice the red checkered band.
I'm losing my
Oh my-
shit over here.
Oh, 7th grade, 8th
We're on
grade.
that Nardwar shit, baby.
Yeah. Whew, that was early in my acting career. Yeah.
Early in that acting career.
Which
Oh my
really, you know, I'm a
God.
folklorist now, so it really lasted a while.
Oh my fucking god. Joel, you were a filmmaker from the beginning. And you can really tell in this fucking video.
Yeah, you know, I just didn't
God.
understand why anime didn't translate to live action. I just really didn't get why that wasn't.
Was that a
why
Netflix
was-
adaptation there?
Yeah, that might have been.
God.
Yeah, I guess I was like just ahead of the curve there.
Oh my god. Joel.
I did always remember like when I was like really into like Rurouni Kenshin.
There's a lot of Rurouni Kenshin in that clip, honestly.
Yeah, it
Honestly.
pretty much is Rurouni Kenshin live action. It was probably because I like knew that there was like a Japanese made live action Rurouni Kenshin, and I couldn't watch it because the internet just wasn't there yet.
That's right.
And-
Yeah, you had to like get like the white VHS import.
Right, and so I just made my own, I guess.
Hell yeah, brother.
Me and
Oh
Joey
my
Byers.
God.
Shout out Joey Byers.
Shout out Joey Byers, chat.
Met that
Chat
kid
ladders
now.
for Joey Byers.
Ladders for Joey Byers, chat. Joel, I have one more question for you before we play a game together. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
What's your best bread making tip?
Oh. Well, you know, I think it goes in the same vein as my best folklore tip, and that is you gotta listen.
Hell
listen to the
fucking yeah!
Of
Listen
course,
to that,
bread doesn't talk. Dough doesn't talk. Come on, you know. I'm
Does
an
it
idiot, I
though?
know that.
Does it though?
But
Does it though?
I
but
don't know
it
that.
does if you're listening, and you gotta touch it. You gotta smell it. You gotta
Hell yeah,
taste
brother.
it. You gotta slap it. You know. You gotta jiggle it.
We do
and,
be slapping and jiggling.
You do be slapping and jiggling. So, throw the recipe, read the recipe, and then throw the recipe out the window, and,
Oh
and
my
go by your
God.
intuition, because it's really, you got to listen to the dough. like, okay, so I learned a lot of my sourdough baking from Perfect Loaf. It's like an amazing resource for sourdough if you want to get into it. I learned almost everything there. But that man, he lives in New Mexico, where the climate is very different. So like his bulk fermentation of 6 hours is going to be a lot different than my bulk fermentation of 6 hours in Kentucky, depending on the time of the year. So it's like, don't go by hours. You got to go by how it looks and feels, and you gotta fuck up. You gotta have like a dozen shitty loaves, and you just got to get through those and listen to the dough and listen to your kitchen, because every kitchen's different, has a different environment, ambient temperature and stuff. You just gotta fuck it up. That's my advice. Fuck it up.
Yeah, my man Joel Chapman speaking bread facts.
Oh my god, Joel, thank you so much for answering all those fucking questions and putting up with us putting the Bushido code on blast.
Yeah. I'm just glad you guys didn't find young Joel.
No, turn around. Turn around. Grace has an album for you on vinyl.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah. Go check out young Joel later.
Yeah. Dom, do we have any other chat questions? Or
I think that might be it.
I think it might be it. Okay. Well, if you have chat questions, please put them in the chat for us while we get this set up. Joel, if you haven't already watched stream on Discord, you've seen the show before. You kind of know the drill. We would like to make a tier list with you.
Oh, this is a big one. This is longer than we normally do, but you are the perfect person for this tier
You
list.
have to do rapid fire because you get the drill. All right, tier list. We're ranking the Let's Get This Bread tier list on Tier Maker that we found.
Yeah.
There's like 20 or whatever.
Bread.
Yeah, the description is bread. Some of these I'm not even sure I have an explanation for.
I got it.
Dom and I
can do it.
Together our brains can come up with all of these.
I know
want
what all
you
these are.
to rapid fire rank the Let's Get This Bread tier list from S to D. Are you ready, Joel?
You ready to get this
I'm
bread?
ready.
Are you ready to get this bread?
Absolutely. Bring it on. Let's go.
All right, we got a sesame seed hamburger bun.
Ooh, A.
A. All right. We got garlic bread.
Oh, S.
S?
Hell yeah.
Hell
S
yeah.
tier. A garlic bread is... Oh, there's no better application of two superior ingredients.
Dom, what the fuck is this?
This is like a car that is made out of bread.
A car that is made out of bread.
I mean, that's technically cool, but can I eat it? I don't know. B.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. We got, I'm assuming tortillas.
Tortillas.
Flatbreads.
Oh. Tortilla. Okay, flatbreads I'm not crazy about, but tortillas, S tier.
S
Ooh.
above or below
Ooh.
garlic bread?
Are these wheat tortillas?
These look like wheat
These
tortillas.
look like wheat.
I
Okay,
would say
I might have to put them in A then, because
Okay,
top
above-
of A, top of A.
top of A.
Yeah.
Above sesame seed.
All right, next we got a traditional hamburger bun. Or excuse me, a hot dog bun.
Looks-
Wow,
yeah,
glizzy bun. Holy shit.
Glizzy.
Those can really range. Just really, okay, like if it's like Kroger brand hot dog bun, C. But if it's like steamed Coney Island bun, A. So
These are looking like Kroger brand hot dog buns.
So let's put them in C.
All right.
Hell
Put 'em
yeah.
in C.
Next we have an actual hot dog. It's a dog
Is that a
wearing
little wiener dog?
It's a
So
wiener
like a
dog wearing a
dachshund.
hot dog costume.
Oh, well, my cousin, owner of a dachshund, Emma Norbert, shout out Emma Norbert and her dachshund ZZ. If she knew I didn't put him anything less than S, she'd probably disown me. So let's put him in S.
Above or below garlic bread?
Oh, no, below. Come on.
Okay.
Garlic bread. What the fuck? No, garlic bread is
Now,
supreme.
Dom, I'm looking at this. Is this a brioche?
Looks
I
like
believe it is
donut.
a brioche. I believe it is a brioche.
Brioche.
Ooh, okay. Brioche A.
Above, below, middle.
I love butter. I have many people who call me by butter and peanut butter.
Yes.
Right.
So I love brioche. But tortillas are just so damn good.
It's maybe
And
between the
so
two.
I think below tortillas, above sesame seed hamburgers.
Hell yeah.
I like it.
Up next we got the cat with a piece of bread on its face.
The inbred cat.
The inbred
that's
cat.
pretty good. let's put the cat. Oh man, I love cats. My cat's right here. He acts like he's not listening, but I know he is.
You know he is.
So I'm gonna put the cat in A, beneath Sesame.
All right, that's fair. Next we got breadsticks.
Breadsticks. Oh man, all right. Let me tell you what. I didn't realize how good Pizza X breadsticks. I didn't know how good I had it.
Pizza X breadsticks are better than the pizza, my guy.
I agree. Yeah, I big agree. Big agree.
I order the breadsticks and I get the pizza as the side. Like,
yes.
That's right.
Yes.
And I can't find any goddamn pizza sauce cheese, any dipping cheese in Kentucky. That just it's not a thing here culturally. I don't know what the hell.
You mean like queso or like?
No. It's a weird Indiana thing.
It's
okay.
It's like a cheese.
It's like stadium nacho cheese.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
It's like jalapeno flavored hydrogenized oil. Like it's so good. So if this does a Pizza X breadsticks, it's going in S tier.
Oh yeah. What's it on the scale?
Above the wiener dog.
All right.
But behind garlic bread.
Garlic bread.
It's not even pub
bread.
cheese. It's legit like stadium nacho cheese, Cheryl.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
How about
so bad good.
Up next we got bagels.
Oh man, this is just gonna be a top heavy because I just love bread.
We'll get into some.
Well,
some bad
there'll be
bread.
some complicated breads along the way, I think.
I think bagels again, like it depends on the bagel. Like, if this is a BBC bagel in Bloomington, that's probably like a mid A. If it's like a Montreal bagel,
oh baby, don't get me started.
then it's like S tier, maybe above garlic bread.
Whoa. Okay, base it
a photo of a Montreal bagel, though.
Then that's gonna have to go. I mean, can I whip out the double S? Like.
Oh, we
No, I'm saying that it's not a Montreal bagel.
Oh, it's not a Montreal bagel.
No.
Okay, well then.
I think base it off the last bagel you ate is how I would do that.
Oh, there's shit bagels here. Shit bagels in Kentucky. That's going at the top of B.
Top of B, above the car.
I'll take it over a hot dog bun.
All right, up next we got banana bread.
It's accidentally on there twice.
Yeah, well, okay, banana bread with some cream cheese. My Aunt Terry,
that's a good idea.
She makes the best banana bread. It's so damn good. Shout out to Aunt Terry. Shout out to Uncle Craig. I think that's gonna have to go in A. Oh.
The internet is gonna be upset about this.
It's gonna have to go in A.
No, he's got garlic bread higher than banana bread.
That's good. Think okay.
Beneath tortillas.
Ooh, that high.
Oh, above brioche.
That's top 5.
All right,
Smoking on top 5.
I know. Brioche. Brioche is good, but it just like, it's like once you eat it, it's like okay. I don't know.
I need a nap.
Yeah, exactly. It's so rich that it's kind of like a one and done. All right.
Up next we got.
Next up, that is Japanese milk bread.
Yeah, but it's also a little stuffed animal, but it's Japanese milk bread.
Shokupan. I love making it. I haven't mastered it yet, but I love milk bread, and I love to get a big old thing of raw milk, cook the flour in it, and then add it in. That's gonna have to go in S. Beneath the wiener dog.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
I see. Here's my thing with brioche is like I don't need brioche when I have Japanese milk bread. Like,
yes.
It's easier to make.
Yes.
And it's just as good, if not better.
Yes.
That's true.
That's a good assessment of that for sure. I'm gonna guess this is moldy bread.
That's moldy bread.
Moldy bread. What do you think?
Moldy bread is.
It's like a double ferment on that thing, It's like double
is.
culture. It's like
the culture on culture.
Yeah.
It's like a death and a rebirth.
All in one.
Civilization.
That's why it's screaming so loud into the void because it can't handle its own existence.
I've thrown many a moldy loaves into the woods around my house because I don't know what else to do with them, and the sourdough will usually go moldy in about a week and a half if you're not storing it properly. Which I do, not store it properly often. I'm gonna have to go. It's not fun to eat, so I'm gonna have to do D.
All
Straight
right,
to D moment.
Straight to D. Get out of here, moldy bread. Up next we got canned bread. Specifically, this is the image from SpongeBob episode with canned bread.
Yo,
Canned
I've
bread.
never had canned bread. Does it really exist? It must.
really
It
exists.
does really exist.
They canned everything back in the day.
They did.
You know, back when that was like, apex preserving technology. But I'm gonna have to go D because if you like made good, I'm gonna have to go C because it's
Okay.
SpongeBob.
No.
But,
Above or
but
below the
below the hot dogs. I don't know. I'm just like, man, if you just had good sourdough, naturally fermented bread,
Yeah.
you don't need to ferment it. There's other ways of preserving it. Anyways,
Up next we got a
canning is for vegetables, not for
not for breads.
Not for carbs.
Yeah.
not for carbs.
Up next we got a donut.
Oh,
Controversial on this list, I think, for some.
Really? Wow,
Is
man,
it a bread or a pastry?
It's freaking fried dough.
We're getting into the pastry section.
It's
Yeah.
cooked. You know, I consider pastry a subsect of bread, or maybe like a specialty. Because I
Yes.
mean, you're still working with.
It's a different specialization
Gluten.
in the kitchen.
Yes.
You know, it's less about the rise, in some cases, and more about the kind of technical finessing of it. But donuts are, oh man, fucking love donuts. Okay.
Donuts are good. This one does
Shit.
have a very nice icing glaze on top.
I love the pink glaze. I love the look of that aesthetically.
looks like The
I think
Simpsons.
it's just like exactly.
It's a
It's
classic
like an
Simpsons
homage
donut.
to Homer. But like, I just like you.
The
can't
homage
be-
to Homer as
Yeah.
he works the rude gray sea with rosy-fingered Dawn. Oh wait, wrong homage to Homer.
But, you cannot be sad while eating a pink glazed donut, even if you're gluten intolerant. I'm putting an A above tortillas.
Damn, nice. Up next, I'm guessing these are hot pockets.
I'm thinking this is an eclair, Daisy.
What? You don't think that looks
That's
like
a
cheese?
big difference. I think that look. I can't really see, but I think it's an eclair. It doesn't really
I think
look
it's
like
an
a-
eclair.
All right, let's go with eclair. All right,
Or
all
like
right, we'll go with eclair.
a stuffed cone or.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go with an eclair. It has a stuffed creamy filling.
Yeah.
I think
know-
it's frosting.
Yeah.
Horns, cream-filled horns is what Chad is
Yeah,
saying.
cream
Yeah.
filled horns. That's what it looks like. I never get these. I always go for the apple fritter. I always go for something else. Man, probably C in between canned bread and hot dog buns.
Damn.
Fair. Wow.
I'm sure they're delicious, but
Just
man,
can't
yeah,
say.
I don't know.
Well, next up,
Oh,
we're
no.
back in a classic pastry mode, though.
And we have a croissant.
We got the.
Oh.
You made me drop my croissant.
You remember
Okay,
my
if the-
croissant?
If the croissant is perfect, S tier just below garlic bread.
That looks pretty perfect to me.
It looks pretty good.
It looks pretty fucking
Again,
good.
I was in Montreal and I had the best croissant of my
Hell yeah.
life.
Amazing.
And when it's
Probably
like
had a good hot dog
buttery-
up there too.
And I didn't get a hot dog. I was like, I got some like hot dog spaghetti or like spaghetti with like hot dogs in it. It was so good, but
Yeah.
I didn't get like a classic. It was like
You didn't get
spaghetti.
what they call a Michigan, which is what they call a chili dog in Montreal.
I guess I gotta go back. Let's go.
You gotta
Oh,
go back
God.
and get a Michigan, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Montreal. If you like carbs, go to Montreal.
They got you. They got you.
Go to Montreal.
Speaking of breads that probably also exist in Montreal, we got baguette.
Baguettes are great. Baguettes are classic. They're kind of hard to make, but
They're
when you have a
difficult.
good one, yeah, they're difficult.
This one looks like a
but when
good
you
one
get
because it's got that cloth underneath. You know, that's how
Yeah,
you know
if
it's
you got the
baked on that
cloth, you know they're
cloth.
serious.
You know what the fuck.
That's
you're
my
doing.
biggest. I've never made baguettes because I just like can't bring myself to buy the cloth, and I'm too much of a coward to try it without. So, but a good baguette above banana bread and A.
Hell
Let's go.
yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Next we got muffins. These look like
Muffins.
a traditional muffin, just a regular
Oh.
ass muffin to me.
Yeah, muffins are great, but in comparison to everything else, they don't do it for me. Grace is gonna kill me because I know she loves a good lemon poppy seed.
Oh, I love
but,
it. I love a good
but,
lemon
I
poppy
think-
seed.
C above hot dogs, top of C.
Top of C. Fair enough.
Now here's my S tier.
We got
Pretzels.
a pretzel.
Pretzels.
We got a pretzel.
Pretzels.
We got a good ass
Pretzels.
pretzel here.
Pretzels are good, but pretzels by themselves don't do a lot for me. I almost always need a mustard or a cheese or a sausage or something to go along with it. But I guess I could have the same argument for tortillas.
I like where your head's at.
It's fair.
And
it's very
I've
fair.
got too much German blood in me.
You are allowed
so-
to reconfigure your list if there.
No, this list is too long. You're not.
Aw.
I think I'm gonna have to go above tortillas on A.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
That's
I'm
pretty
cool
good.
with that.
That's pretty good.
That's top 10. That's top 10.
Now
They are.
This is
Oh,
like
can I do this next one? Can I do this next one?
this is like one of the S tiers for me. Yes, you can.
How many biscuits can you eat this evening?
Oh my god.
49 and a ham of meat, chat. It's
Biscuit.
49 and a ham of meat.
Listen, biscuits, and specifically Kentucky biscuits from a Meat and Threes diner.
A meat and threes, baby.
A meat and threes.
Meat and threes. Let's go.
We're talking foodways. That's a staple here in Kentucky and I think in a lot of the South.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's you get your meat in 3 sides. It might be city ham, it might be country ham, and you get your beans, your coleslaw, and your potato salad. But anyways, biscuits and gravy from Lisa's Fifth Street Diner in Bowling Green got me through grad school. So I'm gonna have to probably put them in A above pretzels.
Oh, nice! Wow.
Oh, interesting.
We're coming in
sorry.
hot on that A list.
What do you think
Okay.
this next one is, Daisy? Is it like a coffee
This is
cake?
this is the only one I was wondering. It looks like it's some kind of specialty sliced bread, but we have two
It
other
looks like
kinds
it's
of
got a
sliced
glaze.
bread.
It looks like it's got a glaze.
He has a
Yeah.
glaze or a powder.
It's like a pound cake or something. I don't
Looks
know.
like a pound or a coffee cake, which
Yeah.
I didn't
This one?
realize.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean I can't see, but
Well, who slices it like?
I do.
What's-
I slice my pound cakes like that.
yeah, that's
Well, you
how
Alright.
dipping them?
What?
That's how you
Well,
dip
no,
it
I
in
would
coffee.
just cut it chunkier. Like I'd cut it closer, like you cut a banana bread.
I don't think
Yes.
so. Not me,
A little
but
thing.
whatever.
All right, let's call
Okay.
it. Let's call it pound cake. It's not on this list, so let's call it pound cake.
That's probably gonna have to go in C, top of C.
Top of
Top
C.
of C.
Okay,
I
With the
just,
muffins,
you
I
know,
like the symmetry.
Yeah.
that makes sense.
It's sugary. I don't, except for donuts, I'm more on the savory side.
I see that.
This one may be controversial for you because I think the image to me indicates a bad version of this kind of bread because the density and lack of air pockets.
What are you talking about?
Is that a sourdough?
Do you
Oh, I
not
thought that
think
was
it's-
rye.
Well,
Oh,
then-
that looks like a rye.
Well, then we don't have
That's
any.
a rye.
But then we
Daisy,
don't-
That's your
Rye.
West Coast bias. You don't know a New York
Yeah.
rye when you see it.
But Dom, we don't
Yeah,
have any
that's-
other sourdough on this list. Then that's what I'm saying.
Sourdough overrated. I'm not gonna lie. Sourdough's the most. I mean, it's like a smooth top of B, but everyone
Okay.
talks about it like it's a S.
All right,
like
fine.
A plus.
It's a rye bread.
Sourdough is like a baseline of bread, and then you can kind of do whatever you
Whatever
want. You
from
can
that.
take as far as you want. And a lot of ryes are sourdough. A lot
Yeah,
of ryes
exactly.
are
Yeah.
naturally fermented, so I think that can still count as a
Okay.
sourdough. But I do love a good rye, thinly sliced, toasted with some like salmon lox,
Oh,
green cheese, capers,
speaking my
red-
language.
pickled red onions on it.
Oh,
I
what I want for
might.
breakfast.
I might have to go to the bottom of S. I mean, I fucking
That's
love
pretty
rye.
good.
Behind milk bread. That's pretty good for you.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Up next
All right,
we
next
got
Next one. Let's get this bread. We're
Let's get
talking
this
that
bread,
mola.
yeah.
cold hard
Yeah,
cashola.
Buco
Damn.
Dolores.
I would say D tier if it could buy me bicycles, but the fact that I can use it to buy bicycles, I'm gonna have to put it at the bottom of B. But
Okay.
like, fuck capitalism and fuck the dollar.
Fuck money. We don't
fuck
want to
the
actually
money.
get that
Fuck
bread.
money, get bread.
Let's move to a post-currency economy, please.
I'm on that. I'm on
Yes.
that Star Trek shit.
Yes,
Yeah, come
let's
on.
go.
So yeah, B, but it can get me bicycles, so it's up there.
All right, we got gingerbread.
Well, I love Shrek, and who doesn't? So
I
Mr.
love the
Gingerbread
inherent
Man.
eroticism of Shrek. Mike Myers, come on the show and talk
Mike
about
Myers,
Shrek is about
come
classism.
on.
Yeah,
I
talk
saw
about
that
Shrek
interview.
and classism. Yeah.
Damn, get this man. Yeah, oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mike Myers and Tanya from the Trillbillies are 2 dream guests, and Sabina,
Yeah,
the 3
and
dream
Sabina.
guests.
Yeah, Sabina
That being
Magliocco.
said, I don't really. I mean, I kind of like them around Christmas time if they're done just right, where they're like soft but still have kind of
Chewy.
a chewy, ness to them.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'm just not a big sweetbread kind of guy. So I think C, top of C.
Top
No,
of C.
above hot dog buns.
Above hot dog.
Ooh,
Okay.
kind of middle C. All
That's
right,
good.
big ones at the end.
The big last two. We got just a regular white sliced bread.
Well, my family will tell you I was the pickiest eater when I was a kid, and I wouldn't eat anything practically but white bread and hot dogs. And then puberty hit, and I started eating everything. But white bread's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
I really try to avoid it almost at all costs.
Yeah,
So
it is pretty bad.
I think I'm gonna have to
Shit'll
go.
kill you.
I think I have to go to D. Like, I maybe depending on the mold level, I would maybe eat a moldy piece of good sourdough
Over
over
that.
a piece of white bread.
Hell yeah.
At least there's more flavor and more cultures. So I don't know. Yeah, I think I'll have to go straight dead last.
Oh my god. Wow. And then this last one to me is a sweet whole wheat.
That could also be a sourdough then. And I love whole wheat. I love sweet. I think it's just the perfect breakfast food. If you're on the go, the rye lock set, that's
beautiful.
better, but it takes more time. I got to get to the museum of weird curiosities or whatever, and so I got to just slice my wheat
Secret
bread and
tourism.
hit the road. So I think it's gonna go in A, probably above the banana bread, beneath the baguettes.
Hell yes. Joel,
Yeah,
this is
Wow.
it. This is our official let's get this bread tier list.
let's get this bread. Yeah, man.
Wow. We always try to wrap this up a little bit. And I'm not sure I have a good one. I feel like Dom would be a better person to wrap up a bread-based tier list, but
You guys
Oh
just-
yeah,
can
no.
you
Well,
please,
hey, on a scale
let's
from
see.
garlic bread to white bread,
Which is hilarious because a lot of
oh,
garlic
you know what it
bread-
is? I got it, Joel. I got it. On a scale from garlic bread to white bread, are you the type of white person that fights over the bill or pretends to be scared by the bill?
Oh,
That's a good
I'm gonna have
fucking good
to. I'm gonna have to follow in my parents' footsteps.
Oh my god.
Which my mom, I think she's not acting. I think she's legitimately scared by the bill. But then I think my dad mocks her by pretending to be scared by the bill. So I'm gonna have to go somewhere.
So your dad is whole wheat and your mom's white.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
They made a little
Yeah.
garlic bread in the middle there, because Joel...
Daisy.
It's very funny because a lot of garlic bread is white bread that
Yes.
you just put garlic. I mean, some people, garlic bread
I guess that's true.
and olive oil or butter
and,
and then in the oven, and so I just think
good.
that's great that just a little garlic powder, a little butter, you can go from D to S, baby. And I want all you all to remember
right.
that.
That's right. I want you all to
all
remember
y'all
that.
to remember that.
Well, Daisy, I've got an idea.
Alright, what's the idea?
We've only got 20 minutes left on the show.
Yeah.
Joel, can you hang out for another 20 minutes?
Absolutely.
You want to break out the
Fuck
secret
yeah.
weapon, Daisy?
I
Oh,
think we
no.
should break out the secret weapon.
I think we should break out the secret chat. Are you ready for a second tier list?
Oh my god.
All right, Joel, RG, Chapman. If there's one thing you love more than anything in this world, it's a thick mommy.
It's a thick fucking mommy. Let me fix this real quick.
Oh
This is so
God.
fucking funny.
Who's in
Alright,
the
here we
chat?
go. Ready?
Oh my god.
Oh, we have the official Pixar Moms
Oh.
tier list.
We are doing, yes, folks, you heard us correctly. We are doing a double tier list this week. This was a special goof 'em up request. We thought we had to do it. The official Joel tier list is the last one. This is our bonus 4th hour tier list because we could not stop talking about all of the Pixar mommies.
All right, bring it on. Let's go.
Let's do it.
I guess first we got, I don't even know all these moms. I'm gonna be
Yeah,
so
who's the
bad at
blue
this.
one?
Is
The
that
blue one,
the
that
Inside
is
Out
Laura
mommy?
Lightfoot. That's Julie Louis-Dreyfus's monster mommy from Onward.
I haven't seen it. Which one's Onward? Is it,
The fantasy one with Chris Pratt.
Oh yeah, where they're like it's like a Dungeons and Dragons type
It's like Dungeons and Dragons.
thing. Yeah. What is she? Is she supposed to be a goblin or?
Yeah, I think she's like an
Yes.
orc mommy, thick orc mommy or
Thick
something.
orc mommy.
Where was Meryl Kaplan talking about goblin mode? I was really inspired by that. By her commentary. I think it was in an article.
It was on like a
Vox or some
Vox
shit, or
article.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was on
HuffPost
Vox.
or something.
Yeah. So, goblin mode is sick as fuck. A tier.
Hell yeah.
A tier.
A tier mommy.
A tier. Are we? Oh, so are
We gotta
really
save.
gonna-
We gotta save
Is
that
this
for
what?
the end.
We move her to the end of the list. We got to save
Yeah, we
the
gotta
real
save-
heavy hitters.
This is the mommy from Coco, but I don't know. See, like I don't. This is
What's her name?
Again-
Is it
Mama.
the grandma? Is it
Yeah.
the grandmother or is it the mother?
No, it's the great grandmother or whatever, right? Mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real
Coco.
old one who's like tight
Yes.
as fuck and she's
Yeah.
like ripping on the guitar, son.
yes.
Yeah. Mama
Yes.
Imelda. Yeah.
Yeah, S tier. That movie made me
S
cry
tier.
like a freaking baby.
That's fucking cool.
Hell yeah. Up next we got the Up Kids mommy.
The Up Kid's mommy. I don't even remember the Up Kid having a mommy.
I think
to be
it's in. I
honest.
think it's in Up 2 or whatever.
There's not an Up 2, is there?
It
What's
might
in
be.
that?
Why
I
would
don't
you
know.
ruin something like that? Is it like in the beginning of the?
I think
Oh,
it's probably the beginning.
It's the youngin who befriends
Yeah.
the curmudgeon, right? Because I see the
Yes.
little dog there.
That's the plot of Up.
Yep.
Yeah, not memorable. C.
Okay.
I don't know.
Up
know.
next, is this the Inside Out mommy?
Yeah, I
Yes,
think it is.
that is the Inside Out
This
mommy.
is the Inside Out
For
mommy.
reasons I won't go into, S tier.
Above or below?
Yes.
No, below.
Okay.
Below guitar shredding, mommy, grandmama.
Oh my
Now, this
god. The Inside Out mom is real hot.
I'm glad you said it, not me. But yes, let's go.
Next up, the
This
classic.
is classic mommy from
Andy's mom.
from Toy Story.
She's so great. Like she's just like, I don't know the real life, but she just seems like really supportive and like, moving is hard, and she's always moving. She's always packing up boxes. Like where
So
the hell's
true.
the dad?
Yeah, what
so-
the hell?
Probably A tier. Top of A.
Top of A.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think was she responsible for Buzz and Woody being on the back of the truck.
No, I think that
Is that her
was.
fault?
I think that was Andy himself.
Oh yeah, exactly. That little twerp. He doesn't. he doesn't deserve her.
Oh
All
my
right.
god. Which mommy's this? I don't remember.
I can't tell which mommy this is, chat.
Chat, which mommy's this one?
I can't see.
Okay, well, I'll go to the next one. This is.
This is sad.
It's gonna
This
make
is
me
tragic.
fucking
Yeah.
cry!
Damn.
Yeah, are you fucking
Yeah.
kidding me right now with this
Dang.
tier list?
That
It's
one.
Nemo's
that
mom!
is like. Okay, like Up is the best first 15 minutes of any movie of all
I
time.
love the first 15 minutes of Up, dude.
But
Yeah.
Finding Nemo is pretty damn good too. I'll never forget watching that in the Weiser Park gym. I don't even know why the hell I was there after hours, but I was. But yeah, I want to see more of that mom. It's very
Yeah.
sad. But if it weren't for her untimely demise, we wouldn't have such a great narrative and story. So.
Pretty
probably-
girlfriend in the fridge, dude. I don't know if I can get down with that.
Middle B.
She
That's
says
the B.
pretty girlfriend
I
in
don't
the
know her.
fridge,
I
dude.
don't know her enough. But it's very sad. I do love that intro.
God.
Are you upset with me, Daisy?
No, I'm cracking up when Dom said, don't you say this pretty girlfriend in the fridge, dude?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I just
Yeah.
think
Wait, what are you talking about?
That refers to a Green Lantern story where like he opens the fridge and finds his desiccated girlfriend like stuffed in the fridge, and he's like,
Like,
"No,
makes for a good
I have a
story."
character arc now."
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
What? They kill the mom like beginning of the movie, so Marlin can have a character arc. Yeah, I stand
Yeah.
by it. I stand by it,
Okay,
Shirley.
I see it. Yeah, dang, sacrificing clownfish matriarch.
It's the
for the
clownfish
sake
and the
of,
anemone. It's that classic
yeah.
trope.
Yeah, geez. Okay, yeah. B for sure.
Up next we got. Is this the Brave
That's Queen
Mom's
Eleanor.
house?
Yeah, from
oh.
Brave.
From Brave?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah. That girl's fire. Love that movie.
Oh, you know what? You know what I have to say?
Mhm.
Wish
What?
they had her bear form on here.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh, yeah! And as a bear, I mean, she's the only one on this list who knows what it's like to be a bear. I watched that on the plane to Ireland. It was great. It could be Scotland too in the movie. It's not really clear.
It is
but-
Scotland, yeah.
Is it Scotland?
I believe it is.
But well, people will crucify me to say that they're similar, but they are. And
Whoa.
so I will put her probably bottom of A.
All right.
Bottom of A.
Oh,
not
excuse
S.
me.
Yeah, come on.
Sorry, gee, oh, sorry. Thank you for catching that. Up next we got Mike Wazowski's mom.
No, that's not Mike
my-
Wazowski's
Who is
mom.
that?
It
Whose
is
mom is that?
no, Julia Sweeney from Saturday Night Live, I believe, played her.
Is this in like
it's
the
the mom
Monsters?
from Monsters U, I want to say.
Yeah.
Ah, I didn't
Yeah, it's the mom
didn't
from
watch.
Monsters U.
I didn't watch that one. I'm gonna.
Is
have to
it
put
Randall's mom?
No, it's Scott's mom.
Oh.
I just don't know about her, so I'm gonna have to put her in C. I hate to do it.
Above or below?
In the bottom. I don't want to put her in D
He's
because
like
I don't know.
He's the OC for Monsters U days.
Okay, got it. And up next,
Up next, the
obviously
reason you're
the,
all here.
the heavy hitter.
Absolute heavy hitter of Pixar mommies. You know her, you love her.
Elastigirl.
Helen Parr.
Helen
Mrs.
Parr.
Incredible.
Mrs. Incredible.
Well, Mrs. Incredible. Yeah, I mean S. Got to be S. But I think bottom of S. I think
This
bottom of S.
means
What
this
the
means
fuck, Joel?
the Bard
Joel?
Mommy's number one.
Mommy?
Bard
Mommy above Helen Parr?
Bard Mommy, Skeleton Bard Mommy, and Helen Parr.
Yeah, she's
You're gonna
like,
do that to Helen Parr?
listen,
This is what you're gonna get canceled for.
You're getting canceled for this Helen Parr. Helen Parr is the third hottest Pixar mom, my guy.
Dude,
Okay, and I
bro.
can give you the Inside Out mom because she's Diane Lane. She's a babe. Okay.
Yeah.
well, this doesn't say hot. It's just tier list, and like that grandma.
Oh, you assume. I'm
that
assuming if you're
grandma-
assuming.
All right, if it's by hot, I don't want to be ageist.
No. Finish your thought because I think you're about to make a good folkloristic point.
Yeah.
The grandma in Coco, she's just like, she kept that tradition alive single-handedly.
That's
you know
right.
how hard that is to do when
Yes.
you have a generational gap. When you have your daughter suppressing the folklore of your grandson. I can't even imagine. I'm a folklorist because of my grandpa in many ways. I think.
Aww.
And so he's got to be up there. But yeah, Helen Pierce definitely hotter.
Oh my
I'm
God.
sorry to be ageist in my rankings of beauty.
No. I like your rationale is actually pretty good.
Thank
Who's
you.
the one we didn't do? I can't figure out who that is.
Well,
I
Is
can't,
that-
I
yeah,
can't
who that
either.
Is it from Soul? Is it from Soul?
Oh.
Is there a mom in Soul?
I don't know. I really like that movie, but I can't think. I don't know. You
No, I
guys
mean,
made
like-
the tier list.
No, we did not. We found this one.
We
Oh,
did
for
find
real?
this one.
Yeah,
We did happen to find this one.
that's not the Soul mom. Yeah,
Well, let's see. What other Pixar movies are we missing?
I'm looking
Is
to
it
see
like,
who this one is. Yeah, who is this mom?
Don't send a bigger picture to
Is
Shirley.
she wearing a lab coat? Like, what?
No, I think it's just like an overshawl. It's in a bedroom. Is this like Big Hero 6 mom? Oh, that's what 25 Drew says, maybe? That might be, actually.
Hero
It might
6
actually
mom.
be Big Hero 6 mom.
No,
That's not Pixar, is it?
I think it's Disney.
I think that's DreamWorks.
No, it's Disney.
Is it?
You know, you can do not Google.
That's
No,
different.
that's apparently Andy's mom. That's what the internet is telling me. Who's the other one we had as Andy's mom?
Is it like Andy's mom 20 years later? Because
It might be Andy's
I
mom
think it's
in Toy Story 3.
Yeah, I think it's Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Andy's
Oh,
mom.
I think that's totally what it is.
Well, then I guess she goes. I don't know. I don't remember her character development from in those 20 years or whatever.
That's fair.
So Toy Story 1.
No,
and
if it
2,
was the Big Hero 6 ant, we'd know, because you know the screenshot they would use. You know
yeah,
what I'm talking about.
we know.
We know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll just have to put her at in C, top of C. I'm sorry that she's had a fall from grace, but I just don't. I don't know. I just don't know enough.
Joel, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
We
I'm
did
happy.
We
I
did
think
say we
you
were
had a
gonna
real
do
spicy
it.
take. You had a real spicy S tier, but I really like what you did with it.
Yeah,
Good.
I think it's pretty good.
I'm constantly afraid of being too mild, so I'm happy that I was able to pull some spice here.
Oh my gosh.
As a white boy from Indiana. So.
Joel, thank you so much for being on our show. I'm gonna flip back to our interview screen. You've been
Absolutely. Did I close
been
you
a
out? Are you guys
champ.
about to end?
I think we are.
I think we are. We do have a final thing to say to you, but before we do that, I just wanted to thank you for being on the show and being a champ.
And I just wanted to say, for 2 tier lists, everyone drop ladders now.
Yeah, everybody drop ladders now for Joel. GG's for Joel. If you don't have Letter Day, thank you for my purple hair the purple hair comment. You like it? I like it too. It was fun.
Is that world famous Buffy vampire letter dandy?
Yeah, world famous Buffy vampire Letter Dandy. What's up?
Thank you all. I hope you get some money. I hope you get some
We made a little
Patreon.
bit of we got like 4 subscribers, and we did pretty good on bits. We got like 2,000 bits, 2,100.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
I hope you have some good clips you can use. I hope I make it to the YZ Awards.
Hell
Remember
yeah.
this when you're voting on the
Remember
Wisey
this.
Awards, Pat.
Remember this.
You know,
Okay.
even if it's like the best host that did 2 tier lists, I'll take it.
Wouldn't be the only
whatever.
one, weirdly. Oh yeah. Let's give you a fifth sub because Drew used a Prime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Pretty good.
Honestly, pretty good. All right, I'm doing one final thing. I'm just making sure all our cameras are good because I didn't do it.
Oh
when
yeah.
we were
We got
meeting.
one last thing for you, Joel.
It's,
All right.
It's really important that you stay for this
Hell yeah.
and that everybody
Oh, Joel,
else
yes,
also
Joel,
in the
so
chat
can you-
stays for this, okay?
Yeah. Joel? Can you go to stream mods on Discord real quick?
Oh yeah, okay.
I need you to read something. Daisy, let Joel know when he can start reading.
Okay, don't read it yet.
Is this like from my Deviant art or something?
Maybe.
That is looking good enough. Good enough for this.
Hey, I think we're ready to go.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
If you understand yourself, you can be kinder to yourself, right? I hate myself. Maybe I can learn to like myself one day. Maybe it's okay for me to be here. The only person I can be is me. And me. I want to be myself. I want to be here. It's okay for me to be here. How's my chin?
Congratulations!
Congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congrats, bro!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations!